Hello, Jan van der Stoel here. As you can see, I have got a neck brace on. I'm sorry that my vlog is coming to you so late today, but it was because I was very stressed last night because I had a hater on the Twitter, and it gave me my neck went into spasm and I had to go to bed early. Now I have to wear this brace today. So I just want to talk about that just for a moment, about what happened, because I did do a TAFE course in the Twittering, the certificate for in Twittering, and they did say that this was going to happen when you get famous. So, you know, I was warned, but it did take me by surprise. What happened was that Michael Adato, he is the Sydney Morning Herald TV critic, he put something up on the Twitter about my flock. And then Delta Goodrum, she looked at it and said, that really made me laugh too, which was lovely. I'm not sure why she was laughing, but that's lovely. People sometimes do that when they're confronted. I then tweeted to her and said, be careful with your boobs, Delta, because she's still wearing that outfit and I'm really nervous about one of them falling out. And then a girl called Renee Layton, the hater, she wrote to me, I'm sure her stylists know what they're doing, Jan, leave it to professionals. So I said, well, you leave it to the professionals, I have to do everything. She said, reality check, and in capital letters, you don't know everything. I then said, I am famous, I think I have my first hater. She's shouting at me. And Renee said, no, famous, you have 350 followers, lol. Well, yeah, which is quite a lot, Renee, because you've only got 75. And I wasn't shouting. She said, are you scared of the caps lock button? Then the lovely Matthew Baker came in and said, haters gonna hate. Jan Van knows her shit. Don't question it. Hashtag she's the stool. Renee said, more like she is a stool. In brackets, stool is another word for poo, for those of you who don't know. Matthew Baker said, oh darling, I know it is, hence my hashtag she's the stool, so take a big whiff. She said, ooh, I'm not going to smell an old lady. I said, I'm not scared of capital letters. I did the Twitter course at the TAFE and I know capitals is shouting, and then I put in capital, so there. And then Amanda Harrison said, Renee's going to feature in tomorrow's The Voice Roundup by Jan, which is true because I'm talking about her. Renee said, think you can tell people how to structure their words when you can barely speak English, lol. And I said, that is racist, Renee, and by the look of your nose on that side angle, I don't think we're that different. She then said, what does my nose have to do with my race? Honestly, lady, get it together. And I said, you get it together, I have to do everything. And that's kind of where it finished. So, hence, I was very stressed by that, and that's why we are late today. Anyway, so on to the contestants. Belinda Adams. So she sang a big song, I Am Changing, lots of belting. I mean, belting is violent, you know. I really don't like it. It is belting, violent. But anyway, Ricky seemed to think it was good. I mean, she did sound like a big black lady. She had those big black notes, you know. I think he was a little bit disappointed when he turned around and found that she was white and a little bit trashy. Danny Ross was up next, and I find it absolutely amazing how, you know, there's so many sad stories. Danny here lost his father, and then there was the guy from the other night who had both his parents dead. I mean, there's a lot to kind of go through in life, you know. And also that woman whose grandma died the night before, 20 years ago, you know. That is unbelievably tough stuff, you know, to deal with. So, yeah, a lot of adversity creating good singers. Then we had the lovely, my favourite from last night, Jenna Dearness Dark. There she is with Delta. She's on Delta's team. She picked her. I mean, Jenna had her godmother there, who was wearing big cross earrings, and Jenna was singing Pia Jesu, which is Andrew Lloyd Webber song, but also a prayer. So I'm going to go on a little branch here, and I say that I think that I think she was Christian, and that it really helped her with her number last night. And there's Delta walking her off the stage. I think she got a bit confused and thought she was like that half-blind girl from last year, but she can see, she can walk herself. Then we have Sarah Martin. She was a shock. I thought she was going to go with Joel because she has all the tattoos, but she went with Seal. And then, oh, what about Steve Clisby? Oh my gosh, I thought he was very sexy. 67. I mean, who says you have to be young to be sexy? Not him. He's very sexy, and I loved him. He was really great. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. Now, I want to finish today with just talking about the last two contestants and a conspiracy that I think is happening on the internet. Oscar, you know, here we have Oscar there. That is the only photo I could find of him on all of the internet. But that was from the Voice last night. You could see in the background. But with Beck and Sebastian, I couldn't even find a Voice photo from them. All I could find was a selfie. And interestingly, you know, they are homos, and he's fat. And, you know, they say, Seal said that whole thing about how, you know, they have not got, you know, they've got sort of, you know, equality ears, you know, equal opportunity ears. They're just listening to them. Doesn't matter what you are, if you are old or big or, you know, whatever, homos, they can't hear that. It's all equal. And yet, what is interesting is that when you look on the internet for the photos, you know, it's not equal. So I'm looking out at that, okay? I'm onto it. So watch out, the Voice. I think you need to really pull up your, you know, pull up your socks, okay? Okay, that's all for today. I'm looking forward to tonight's episode. I'm Jane van der Stoel.